In today's video, beds in the office, Elon does it again. Hi, welcome back to Dad's channel. It's great to see you again. Thanks for popping by. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. If it's the first time you've been to the channel, welcome. Check out all the content. There's plenty there to be getting on with and plenty more to come. Thanks for coming. And today, so we're back to Elon Musk already. I didn't think it would be this soon that I would actually be talking about Elon and the Twitter empire. But apparently he's put in some beds into the office to get those hardcore workers working even more. Anyway, let's take a look at what Elon's doing and where it's all going. So what's this all about? Elon's revamped the offices and installed some beds, apparently some bed pods, or maybe some beds in some offices. Hard to say because one employee says one thing, one employee says another, and various things are reported. But he clearly wants those employees, those hardline, hardcore employees, to work even longer, even more, and that's what he's after. Get in there, get working. One employee was quoted as saying, "It's yet another unspoken sign of disrespect." But this employee has decided that he wants to remain at Twitter and that he's already prepared to work harder and work longer. So what's he on about? On the other hand, another employee said that the rooms looked comfortable. Well, great, sleep there, sleep in the office, go for it. You can work 20 hours a day and Elon will let you. So one man's comfort is another man's discomfort. And talking of discomfort, the lawsuits are beginning to pile up a bit for poor old Elon, and that's something that he's going to actually have to look at some point. Musk has, probably now infamously rather than famously, moved into Twitter about a month or so ago and decided he wanted to sack a whole load of people. He wanted to get them out. He wanted to bring in a load of Tesla people to help him rebuild what he sees as a broken social media platform. Of those that were left, Elon said, well, if you don't want to work here, I'll give you 3 months' pay and you can leave. And it seems that more than half decided that they wanted to leave. Musk has set his sights on 1 billion users a month, which is a huge number. He's about 750 million short, and he wants to achieve this within the next 12 to 18 months. Now, if he does achieve this, and the majority of them decide that they want to sign up to his subscription, then this will go a long way to replacing the advertising revenue that basically Twitter was surviving on. And that, for Elon, would be a good thing, especially as most of the advertisers are now beginning to leave Twitter. Already though, it seems Elon can't do any wrong. He still seems to have the Midas touch. Monetized use of Twitter has already increased 20%. But let's not get carried away too early. That 750 million users he's going to need to find is a big number. So, are Twitter employees being exploited? Or would we say that they're being treated fairly? From the outside, it seems that it's pretty unfair. They say a new broom sweeps clean, and Elon seems to have a super broom when it comes to Twitter. He seems to be moving the goalposts in what it actually means to go to work in the Twitter offices. Now, America is certainly not shy when it comes to unions, and I'm sure they'd have something pretty big to say about the way Elon has decided he wants to run Twitter. And we also have to consider that the American work ethic is possibly slightly different from somewhere else in the world. Perhaps Twitter employees have little respect for themselves, or maybe they think they're really important, or that they just need to keep the money rolling in. Well, let's face it, hang on a minute, lots of the important people, including people like Einstein, are up the graveyard. And if you're just going to work yourself to death, what good's that? It seems that we don't like people being exploited. We don't like people being worked to death, which is really interesting. Let's just stop a moment and see what's happening here in the UK. Inflation, as we know, is running at around 10 or 11%, with food inflation even higher, probably at about 14%. Energy prices have increased recently and will be doing so again in April 2023. We all need a little bit more money to help us with what's going on in the world. Now, the government may or may not agree with that. It just seems it depends who you are. Remember the barristers' strike earlier this year? Interesting. Not many people seem to be referring to that much. Well, they were moaning that, well, it took them 5 years to train. They were working 40 to 60 hours in a stressful job. Yet they knew this before they became barristers, but still they became barristers. Doctors moan about their lot, but they still train 5 to 7 years to become doctors. And they still do it. The government offered them a 15% pay rise, and they accepted it. Fair enough. But what have they offered the train workers? 5% this year and 4% next year. Well, how does that work out then? With Christmas just round the corner, it's now interesting to listen to people bemoan their lot. They can't attend the Christmas office party. They won't be able to see their friends and relatives and do this, that and the other because the train drivers and the train workers are all on strike. And that they should actually just go back to work and figure out a deal whilst they're working. So now it seems fair that employees are exploited. How does that work? Carry on working for less money, and anything you get won't even cover what's happening in the real world. People will always work, they'll tell you how important they are and how things need to be done, this, that and the other, till they die at their desk. Then they'll be forgotten within a few weeks, and the firm that they're working for will be moving on. It seems that we want people to be treated fairly whilst working under unfair conditions, as long as we get what we want. People like Musk are admired around the world by many people, but you've probably got to be a bit of a bastard at times to get a lot of things done. He didn't get Tesla cars sorted by being soft. He didn't get rockets launched into space by being soft. And he won't get 1 billion users using Twitter every month by being soft. Meantime, train workers, teachers, doctors, nurses won't get a pay rise by being soft. If you want it done, pay the piper. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sure we'll be talking about Elon again very soon. It's very interesting to look at the comparison between what's happening at Twitter, how seemingly unfair he's being, or possibly fair depending on how you look at it, how unfair the unions are being in the UK at the moment over various strike actions that are happening, or are they being fair to their employees? It's all causing a lot of discomfort for a lot of people, and I hope everything's resolved really soon for a lot of people. In the meantime, please remember to like and comment below and subscribe to the channel, check out the content, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.